fine?
Okay.
Okay, if there is network issue, you can keep your video off. That's not a problem. Okay, no issues.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so today we are going to learn what is meant by a sentence and the types of sentences that we come across in our daily life. Okay, so firstly we will learn what is meant by a sentence. Okay, so in the last class we learned what is the importance of LS, R and W, right? What is the importance of LSRW? That is listening, speaking, reading and writing. And we also did a SWOT analysis. It was to identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So today we are going to theoretically start our grammar classes. So grammar means like we don't study each and everything that school and college students study. We study only the major parts required for your communication skills. To develop your communication skills, whichever part is important, like verbs, tenses, nouns, pronouns, these are some important aspects that is related to communicative English as well. Okay, so in that context the first lesson is sentences. Okay, so generally what is meant by a sentence, that is the first thing we are going to discuss. So a sentence is a group of words put together to get a complete meaning. I repeat, a sentence means generally people will tell it is a group of words. Okay, a group of words is called a sentence, okay. But we cannot write the group of words in our own wish or in our own way we cannot write. For example, let me give a simple example like my name is Kavya. My name is Kavya. This is a simple sentence. Okay, so here there are four words in this sentence. The words are my, name, is and Kavya. Here, instead of writing in this order, imagine that I am writing it as Kavya name is mine. Kavya name is mine. If I write like this, I am using the same four words here. Okay, I am using the same four words here, but I have written in a different order. So does this make a sentence or the previous one forms a sentence? Is this a sentence or the previous one a sentence? Definitely the first one is the sentence, right? So a group of words put together என்று மட்டும் நம்ம சொன்னா போராது பத்தாது. A group of words put together in a proper order to get a complete meaning is called a sentence. A group of words put together in a proper order to get a complete meaning is called a sentence. So my name is Kavya is the right sentence because the words alone are not enough. The words should be put in a proper order. Okay, now let's check what are the rules to form a sentence. There are certain rules to form a sentence, right? So let's check them. The first one is sentences always begin with a capital letter. So I hope everyone know this rule. Since you are all employees, you will very well know this. Sentences always begin with capital letter and they end with a full stop, question mark or exclamation mark. Okay, so sentences can either end with a full stop or they can end with a question mark or exclamation mark. This depends on the type of the sentence. If it is a statement, then it will end in full stop. If it is a question, it will end in question mark. And if it is an exclamation, it will end in an exclamation mark. Okay? So I will just show you another example now for what is the difference between a statement, a question and exclamation. So here you can see a group of words joined together in a proper order that gives a meaning is called a sentence. Every sentence begins with capital letter and ends with a full stop, question mark or exclamation mark. Now we have three sentences here. The first one is, it is a dog. The second one is it a dog? Is it a dog? And the third one, what a cute dog. Okay, so you can identify the difference between these three sentences. In the first one, the sentence ends with a full stop. So this is a statement. The second sentence ends with a question mark. So it is a question. And the third sentence, what a cute dog. This sentence ends in an exclamation mark. So this is an exclamatory sentence. Okay, so there are three types of sentences actually. Those that end with full stop, those that end with question mark and those that end with an exclamation mark. Okay, so now coming back, sentences can begin with capital letter and end in either of these three ways. Now, what are the main parts of a sentence? A sentence consists of three parts called a subject, verb and object. So a sentence is basically divided into three parts as subject, verb and object. So what is meant by subject, what is verb and what is object, that you will learn in the next class. So in the first class, that is in today's class, we will just learn what is a sentence and what are the types of sentences. Okay, what is meant by subject, verb and object will be discussed in the next class. Okay, so a sentence consists of subject, verb and object. Such sentences are called SVO sentences. So we can shortly call them SVO sentences. And some sentences will have only S and V. Some sentences will have only subject and verb. That is also we will be discussing in the next class. That's also a special case that is involved in grammar. For example, we have two sentences here for you to study. The first one is, the girl looks beautiful. First one is, Adekalam sir, can you please switch off the mic?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, there is a lot of echo, that's why. Okay. So here you can see some sentences will have only S and V. So that is an exception in sentences. So now we have two examples. The first one is, the girl looks beautiful. The second one is, birds fly. So both these are sentences, okay, and here you can see that the words are arranged in a proper order. Only if the words are arranged in a proper order, we get a complete meaning, and only then it will become a sentence. Similarly, birds fly. This is also a meaningful sentence. This is a short sentence, but still it is meaningful because the words are arranged properly. If I write fly birds, then the meaning changes. Birds fly is the correct meaning that I require. Okay, so now we have an activity, rearrangement of sentences. So I have 5 sentences here. What you have to do is rearrange these sentences. Okay, rearranging them in the proper order, and you have to tell. So I think each person can tell the correct answer. Okay, so I will start with Harish Kumar. Okay, I think only Harish Kumar is there, and okay, that's okay. Anyone can switch on their mic and each one can try answering the questions. Okay, so the first one is, are they rope jumping? What will be the answer for that? What will be the answer? Correct answer? Harish Kumar, you can switch on the mic and you can tell. You have to rearrange the sentence and tell the correct answer. Harish Kumar, your mic is off. Please switch on the mic.
It's audible now, ma'am.
Yes, it's audible now. Yeah, can you try to answer the first question? What will be the correct answer?
They are jumping rope.
They are jumping rope. Very good. Rope is nothing but the skipping rope. Okay, fine.
Yes,
Now,
yes, ma'am.
yeah, now you can pass it to your friends so that they can try answering the next questions. Okay. So the next one is, blue, this is car.
I am Satish Kumar, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Satish.
Uh, this is blue car.
This is blue car is not a correct answer. We can say that this car is blue. This car
This
is
car is blue.
okay, because we
Okay.
don't say this is blue car. Our anga, we need one article that is a. This is a blue car. One article is missing there, right? Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
If there is a, you can tell this is a blue car. But here there is no a or the, so you can tell this
Yes.
car is blue.
This
Okay.
car is blue.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you can pass it to the next one.
Usha, madam.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Hi, Usha ma'am. Yeah. Yes. You can try the third one. There are a lot of echoes, right? Okay. Is it possible to answer?
The cat is sleeping.
The cat is sleeping. Okay, now the fourth one, bird branch the is on the. What will be the correct answer? Okay, they have left the meat. Adaikalam sir, are you there? Are the students able to? Yeah, the students
Ma'am,
can answer.
Adikram is not there, ma'am.
Sorry?
Adikram is not there, ma'am.
Okay, so anyone can answer. You can just answer. You can switch on the mic and answer. After that, you can switch off the mic. Okay, who can answer the fourth one? Bird branch the is on the.
The
Yes,
bird is on the branch.
very good, very good. Now, last question. Somebody can try.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
She is reading a book.
Very good, very good. Okay, so this is how we are rearranging sentences. Okay, so now you can switch off the mic. Thank you. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, this is how we are rearranging sentences. So now you can see, if I write are they jumping rope, it is not a meaningful sentence. They are jumping rope is only a meaningful sentence. Similarly, this is blue car. Only if I write like that, it will become meaningful. If I write cat, the sleeping is, it cannot be meaningful. If I write the cat is sleeping, then only it becomes a meaningful sentence. Same is the case with fourth and fifth sentences also. So from this we understood that what is the importance of arranging the words in a proper order. So unless we arrange the words in a proper order, we cannot get a proper sentence or a meaningful sentence. Okay, so here are some examples for you. I am a teacher. She is a dancer. Shyama is a professor. Rama killed Ravana. There is a book on the table. So in all these examples, you can see that the words are arranged in a proper order. That is why you are able to get a meaning. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the difference between shuffled words and arranged words. That is why we did this activity now. Okay, now we are moving to the types of sentences. So basically sentences are of
Join.
five types. Okay, so let's check what are those five types. Okay, so the five types of sentences are assertive sentences. You can just write it down. Assertive sentences. The second one is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. The third one is imperative sentences. Fourth one is exclamatory sentences. And the fifth one is positive and negative sentences. I repeat, assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences, and positive and negative sentences. So today we will be discussing one by one what is meant by assertive, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, and finally we will touch positive and negative sentences. So now let's check what is meant by assertive sentences. Assertive or to assert something means to show something or to declare something. To declare something or to assert something is it can be a statement or a fact. If you are asserting a statement, it means that you are declaring a statement or a fact. So such sentences are called assertive sentences. So assertive sentences assert a statement. These sentences assert or declare a statement or a fact. So they are also called declarative sentences. So assertive sentences are also called declarative sentences. Okay, somewhere if you hear this word declarative, no need to get confused. It is another name for assertive sentences. Okay, then assertive sentences end with a full stop. This is the most important point. Assertive sentences are statements or facts. They assert a statement or they declare a statement. So they are also called declarative sentences. And how do these sentences end? All sentences begin with capital letter. But how do they end? Assertive sentences end with a full stop. And for example, we have I am an Indian. So this is an assertive sentence because I am telling a fact, a statement, I am an Indian. So here the sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with full stop. So these are assertive sentences. Okay. Next, moving to the second type of sentence, interrogative sentences. Interrogate means to question. Generally, if I ask you, who are you to interrogate me? It means who are you to question me? Who are you to interrogate the child? Or why are you interrogating the child? It means why are you questioning the child? So interrogate means generally it means to question. So naturally interrogative sentences will be questions. So interrogative sentences are those that express a question. It expresses an interrogation with a question mark. So we can understand that these sentences start with a capital letter and end in question mark. So how to write interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences begin with a question word or auxiliary verb, also called helping verb. So let me tell you what is meant by question words. Can you see a list of words in blue color from 1 to 9? What, where, when, why, who, whose, whom, which and how. These are called question words. So there are 9 question words in English. We call them WH words. Sometimes we also call them WH words, except how or rest of the words begin with WH, right? So we call them WH words or question words. So interrogative sentences begin with a question word or auxiliary verb. Interrogative sentences can be formed either with a question word. For example, what is your name? Where are you from? When is your birthday? Why are you late? Who is your best friend? Whose pen is this? Whom did you meet? Which is your favorite color? How are you? Like this. Or you can also frame interrogative sentences using auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are nothing but helping verbs. Okay, so we have a list of auxiliary verbs. There are 27 auxiliary verbs in English. I will just give you some examples. Is, am, are, was, were. These are called helping verbs. So that also we will learn in a separate class. Okay, so for example, we are having 2 questions. What is your name and do you know French? So in the first question, you can see it begins with a question word, that is what. What is your name? And the second question begins with a helping verb, do. Do is a helping verb. Okay, do you know French? So questions can be formed either with question words or auxiliary verbs. Okay, but it should begin in capital letter and end in full stop. That's it. Question words should always begin in capital letters and end in full stop. That is the only rule that we have to check. Otherwise, it can either begin with question words or auxiliary verbs. That's okay. Clear? So now we have an explanation for what is meant by auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are verbs that help the main verb in different situations. Auxiliary verbs are verbs that help the main verb in different contexts. So they are also called helping verbs, and there are 27 helping verbs in English. So these are the list of helping verbs. Is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought to, used to, need to, dare, be, been and being. These are the 27 auxiliary verbs in English. So you can also form questions with these auxiliary verbs. So here we have some examples. In the left side, that is in the blue box, I have given sentences with question words. What, which, when, where, why, etc. And in the right side, I have given some sentences beginning with helping verbs. Okay, so can anyone switch on the mic and read the sentences in the right side? That is in the orange box. Anyone can read.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm Monisha.
Yeah, okay, Manisha, you can read.
That orange one, right?
Yes,
Ma'am?
yes, the one in the orange box. Yeah.
Okay. Is this your book? Am I looking good? Are you ready for the program? Was the movie good? Were you absent yesterday? Can you help me? Could you drop me at the office? Will you marry me? Would you like to have some coffee? Shall we go for a movie?
Okay. So you can continue this also.
Should I eat it? May I come in? Might she do that? Must she be here? Ought I be there? Do you know English? Does he like the curry? Did she inform you? Has she come? Has he come? Have you finished your lunch? Had they gone?
Okay, you have some more words. Yes, that's it. You can read this.
How dare she? How dare is she? Do you used to walk every day? Does he need to practice cycling? Let it be there. It has been 2 days since you called me. It's been too hot in India.
Okay, thank you, Monisha. Okay. So here you can see that there are different sentences beginning with helping verbs. Okay. So all these sentences are beginning with some helping verb. So first is is. So is this your book? The next is am. Am I looking good? It means am I looking good or not? நான் பார்க்க நல்லா இருக்கேனா இல்லையா? Right. Then if you get ready to go somewhere and if you ask your husband or your sister or your mom or dad, am I looking good? Okay, this is a common question that we ask. Next is, are you ready for the program? Are. So are is a helping verb. Next is, was the movie good? Was the movie good? Imagine that you went for a movie and the next day your friend is asking, hi Monisha, movie எப்படி இருந்தது? Was the movie good? Movie நல்லா இருந்ததா? That is what we call here. Was the movie good? Was. Next is, were you absent yesterday? We don't ask was you. We use only were you. Were you absent yesterday? Next is, can. Can is a helping verb. So, can you help me? Next is, could. Could you drop me at the office? Next is, will. Will you marry me? Next is, would. Would you like to have some coffee? So, this is a suggestion. I am just suggesting my friend. Would you like to have some coffee or tea? Okay. Next is shall. Shall we go for a movie? Shall we go for a movie? Next is should. Should I eat it? நான் அது சாப்பிடணுமா? Should I eat it? Okay. Next is may I come in? Might she do that? Might she do that means in Tamil we say அவ அது பண்ணுவாளா? அவ அப்படி பண்ணுவாளா? Might she do that? Next is must she be here? Must she be here? Ought I be there? Ought means nothing but it is same as must. Ought has the same meaning of must. We pronounce it ought. Ought. Okay. G and H are silent. Ought. Okay. So must she be here? Ought I be there? Same meanings only. Next is do. Do is a helping verb. Do you know English? Then does. Does he like the curry? Next is did. Did she inform you? Next is has. Has he come? Has he come? Next is have you finished your lunch? Have. Have you finished your lunch? Next is had. Had they gone? அவங்க கிளம்பிட்டாங்களா? We ask like that, right? அவங்க கிளம்பிட்டாங்களா? So had they gone?
Ma'am, sorry for the interrupt. Ma'am, I have one doubt, ma'am. Can you tell the difference between the 13th one and sorry, ma'am, 11th one and the 14th one, ma'am?
You mean 11, 13 and 14?
No, ma'am. 11. Should I eat it? நான் இது சாப்பிடணுமா? That is the translated in Tamil, ma'am.
நான் அது சாப்பிடணுமா?
Okay.
That is the, should I eat it?
Okay. Must she be here? So must
Must is nothing but அவ இங்க கண்டிப்பா இருக்கணுமா? Okay.
Same meaning தான் வரும் ma'am. Shouldக்கும் mustக்கும்.
Should is different from must. Should actually should is not that much strong as must. For example, if I say should I be here? Should I be here? Should she be here? அப்படினா it means that அவ இங்க இருக்கணுமா? That's it. There is no more stress in that. But
Okay.
if I ask must she be here, then I am adding more stress for that to that particular situation.
Ought I be there also say that.
Ought and must are same. Yes, ought and must are same.
Okay.
Okay. Ought and must. For example, if I tell you ought to go to school, it means that you must go to school. Both are same. Ought and must are same. Should is not as same as must, but it's more or less it gives the same meaning only. Okay. So if I tell I should go to school and another sentence is I must go to school. So I should go to school means I am telling in general நான் ஸ்கூலுக்கு போகணும். நான் ஸ்கூல் போகணும். But if I tell I must go to school, நான் கண்டிப்பா ஸ்கூல் போகணும். So there is a difference between the stress that I am giving for must than should. Okay, this is the prime difference, and must and ought have the same meaning. I ought to go to school and I must go to school have the same effect. Okay, fine. Next is had they gone. So had is a helping verb. Now moving to how. How dare is she? How dare. Dare is a helping verb that we use very rarely. Okay, it's very barely used. How dare is she? என்ன தைரியம் வேணும் அவளுக்கு? Dare. Okay. Next is do you used to walk every day? It means do you used to walk every day? Used to is always used in past tense. It is used to show some activity that was done in the past but not in the present. For example, if I tell I used to walk every day, it means that I was walking every day in the past but not now. Now I am not getting time maybe. Okay, so I am asking, do you used to walk every day? So it's a question here. Next is, does he need to practice cycling? Does he need to practice cycling? Or should he need to practice cycling? Both will have the same meaning. Does and should. Here they will have the same meaning. Does he need to practice cycling? Avan cycling practice pannuma. Okay. Next is, and I have not given questions. I have just given normal statements only. Let it be there. Let it be there means adu ange irukattum. Let it be there. Next is, it has been 2 days since you called me. It has been 2 days since you called me. Imagine that your friend called you on Sunday. Your friend called you on Sunday, and she calls you daily. Imagine that she calls you every day. She called you on Sunday. It's been 2 days today. Monday, Tuesday. It's been 2 days since still you haven't received any call. See, you can tell her, it's been 2 days since you called me. You can call her and you can talk to her. And you can tell, hey, what happened to you? It's been 2 days since you called me. Okay. Next is, it's being too hot in India. It's being too hot in India. So being means it is showing a continuous action. It is being too hot in India. I can use this sentence in April or May so that it will be extreme hot. It will be extreme heat in India, right? Especially in South India, the climate will be extremely hot. So you can tell it is being too hot in India. Okay, so this is how we can form questions using helping verbs and question words. Question words means this one: what, where, when, why, who, whose, whom, which, how. These 9 words are question words. So we are having some questions in the blue box. Okay, so you can just read this after I share this PDF in the group. Okay, you don't need to read it now because all these are simple examples only. You can read it even after the class. Okay, so this is all about interrogative sentences. Interrogation means generally questions. Fine. Now moving to the third type of sentence called imperative sentences. Imperative. Imperatives means nothing but they will be similar to assertive sentences. Okay, like they will end in full stop only, but it will be not as long as assertive sentences. Imperative sentences means generally they will be short messages or commands, requests, warnings, suggestions, advice, etc. That is what we call imperatives. So imperative sentences express suggestions, commands. Commands means orders, warnings, requests and advice. And these sentences are usually short in length. Okay, when compared to assertive sentences, imperatives are short and they end in full stop only. Okay, the similarity between assertive and imperative is they both end in full stop. But the difference is assertives are statements, but imperatives are request, suggestion, warning, commands, etc. And you can see there are 2 examples here. Please open the door, obey my words. So the first one is a request because I am telling please open the door. So that is a request. I am requesting somebody to open the door. Next is obey my words. This is my warning or it is my order, command. Obey my words. Or if I say mind your business, or if I tell mind your words, mind your tongue. Mind your tongue means mind your words. Okay, because it is from the tongue that we speak, right? It is with the help of our tongue we speak. So mind your tongue means mind your words. Or sit quietly, maintain silence, be quiet, take care, have a nice day. All these are imperative sentences. So these are all very short, right? All are very short sentences. This is all about imperative sentences. Now finally moving to the last type, that is exclamatory sentences. Exclamation means to show a sudden outbreak of an emotion, a sudden emotional expression. Happiness, sudden sadness, sudden shock. Okay, so exclamatory sentences express exclamation, and these sentences end with an exclamation sign. Exclamation sign means just writing the small letter I ulta. Okay, and words like wow, yay, hooray, oh, ayo, oops, alas, eureka, what, how, etc. are used as exclamatory words. So we have 3 examples here. So can someone read these 3 examples?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, I scored full marks. Alas, he lost the game. What a thrilling match it was.
Super, super. Who read this?
Monisha.
Monisha. Okay, nice, well read. Okay, so that power should be there. When you're reading exclamatory sentences, no, you should have this power. Very good. Some students will read, yay, I scored full marks. Alas, he lost the game. What a thrilling match it was. Venamo, vendamo, they will read it. But what you read is nice. Okay, so yay, I scored full marks. Alas, he lost the game. Alas is like ayyo. Okay, what a thrilling match it was. Okay, so these are all exclamatory words and exclamatory sentences. Well, you can see that after the words yay, alas and all, I am adding an exclamation mark. Also in the end of the sentence I am adding that. But in the third sentence I have written only one exclamation mark because that is enough. If you are starting a sentence with what, then no need to add 2 exclamation marks, just one is enough. Okay, so now there are 2 boxes showing a list of positive words and negative words, exclamatory words. So these words like wow, yay, hooray, eureka, hail, all these are positive exclamatory words. And words like ayyo, oops, oh no, alas, ouch, all these are negative exclamatory words. Now you will have a doubt, ayyo is a Tamil word, right? So how it comes in English? Actually, IO is accepted by Oxford Dictionary. Nearly in 2014 or 2015, they have accepted it as an English word. Okay, so IO is an English word now. Oops. Oops means it is to show, oh God, oops. Like if you are.
What about IAO?
IAO is not recognized. Oh God, IAO illa sir. Only IO is recognized. Maybe we can suggest the dictionary to add it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice question, interesting question. Okay. So, so IO, oops. Oops is a word which means like similar to IO. Like if you are browsing some website, no, sometimes if the internet is very slow, you will receive this message, oops, server is down, please try again later. Oops. You would have seen this word oops in some search engines. Then oh no, similar words. Then alas. Alas means it is like ayyo. What? It's like ayyo maybe. Alas is like ayyo. And ouch is used to show if something bites you, or if you feel like something is hurting you, then you can say ouch, the mosquito bites me, or ouch, something is pricking me, ஏதோ ஒன்று குத்துறது, pricking me. So in such cases you can use ouch. And similarly positive words like wow. Wow is used to show a sudden expression to express your beauty, to express the beauty of something. Okay, then yay and hooray are again used to show some success, victory. You can say hooray, I scored full marks, or yay, I cracked the exam. Eureka means it is actually a word from science. Okay, Eureka was actually discovered by a scientist called Archimedes. So this word means I got it, I discovered, கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டேன். There is an experiment in science, physics, there is some particular part, அதில் வரும் this word eureka. that man discovered something and he started shouting, Eureka, Eureka. So Eureka is actually accepted as an exclamatory word. ஏதோ ஒன்று கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டீங்கன்னா you can say that Eureka, I got it. Okay, then hail. Hail means to admire someone or admire something. Imagine that if India wins the World Cup, okay, you can tell hail India or hail Australia or hail Pakistan. Okay, it is to appreciate or admire some person or thing. Okay, now moving to the last type of sentence, that is positive and negative sentences. In fact, there are only 4 types of sentences, but positive and negative sentences is a separate topic that is included along with this 4 types of sentences. Okay, so let's check what are positive and negative sentences. We have 3 pairs of examples here. Can someone read this, please? Anybody can read.
Yes, ma'am.
I have money. I don't have money. I like ice creams. I don't like ice creams. I am an Indian. I am not an Indian.
Okay. So here you can see that I have money, I like ice creams, and I am an Indian. These are statements which are positive. Positive statements will show that something is like that. It is just to show something is like that. இது இப்படிதான் அப்படின்னு காமிக்கிறதுக்கு we can use positive sentences. Whereas if you are telling something is not, if something is opposite, like I don't have money or I don't like ice cream or I am not an Indian, it is to show the negative version that you are using the word not. So don't means it is the short form of do not. So I do not have money or I do not like ice creams or I am not an Indian. So if it is to show that something is not as expected, such sentences are called negative sentences. So a sentence becomes negative if you are using negative words in a sentence. So how to identify whether a sentence is positive or negative? Very simple. If there is at least one negative word in a sentence, one sentence will have only one negative word mostly. So if there is a negative word in a sentence, then the whole sentence will become a negative sentence. Okay, so what are negative words? Is there only one negative word? No. There are actually 18 negative words. 18 negative words are there. Okay, so this is the list of 18 negative words. I will just read it. No, not, nothing, neither, nor, never, nobody, no one, none, nowhere, hardly, scarcely, rarely, barely, seldom, no sooner, little, and few. Okay, so I repeat: no, not, nothing, neither, nor, never, nobody, no one, none, hardly, scarcely, rarely, barely, seldom, nowhere, no sooner, little, and few. Okay, so if you are using any of these words in a sentence, the whole sentence becomes a negative sentence. And I have given an exception. Neither and nor are
Sorry, ma'am, sorry for the disturbance.
yeah,
Ma'am, I have one doubt, ma'am.
yeah,
Ma'am, rarely, seldom, both are same meaning, ma'am.
yes, rarely and seldom both are same. Also hardly also means the same. Hardly, rarely, seldom mean the same, and scarcely and barely mean the same.
Okay, ma'am, okay.
Okay, good. I'm very happy that you are asking doubts. I'm very, very happy. Okay, so whatever doubts you have, don't hesitate. Okay, ask it immediately. Okay, so hardly, rarely, and seldom have the same meaning. Scarcely and barely, 12 and 14 have the same meaning. Okay, so you can see that neither and nor, 4 and 5, neither and nor are mostly used together only. Both the words will come together. Like neither Anu nor Manu went to school today. It means Anum schooluk pogala inniki, Manum schooluk pogala. Neither Anu nor Manu went to school today. Similarly, positive words are either and or. Neither nor are negative. There is a positive pair for that, that is either or. If I tell either Anu or Manu can go to school, it means ஒன்னுல அனு போகலாம் ஸ்கூலுக்கு, இல்லைனா மனு போகலாம். Either or. Okay, now the last one you can see in the 17th part, little. Little is a negative word, but a little is a positive word. Similarly, few is a negative word and a few is a positive word. Little is a negative word, few is also negative, a little and a few are positive words. Now we have some examples. Each word has one example. So somebody can come forward and read the sentences.
Yes, okay.
No, there is no money in the purse. No, I'm not an Indian. Nothing. There is nothing in the kitchen. Neither of you are fit for this job. No, I can't drive. He can. Never. I never cheat others or never repeat this. Nobody helped me during an emergency. No one is aware of the news. We had reached no sooner when the rain arrived.
Very good. Okay, so what is meant by no sooner? No sooner means it is a negative word, but it is used to show that something happened earlier than some other action. Actually, it is used in a positive context only. Okay, so in this sentence, we had reached no sooner when the rain arrived. It means that we reached before the rain arrived. But it is a negative word. That is an exception in this language. Actually, it is used in a positive case only. மழை வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி நாங்க வந்துட்டோம். We had reached no sooner when the rain arrived. Before the rain arrived. Instead of before, you are using no sooner, but it is a negative word. So this is an exception. Okay. Yes, somebody can read these words as well.
None of you passed the exam. I never see your wallet. Hardly.
What is wallet? Yes, yes.
I hardly go to temples. Scarcely. There is scarcely some water in our water tank. I rarely visit my friends. Barely. He barely has 100,000 rupees with him. Seldom. Barking dog seldom bite. Few. I have few books with me. Little. There are a few students in the class.
Okay. I actually shuffled the examples. I'm sorry. Okay, I have to give an example in little, right? Okay, I'm sorry. So for little, can somebody give an example for little?
There is a little water in my bottle.
Oh, there is little water in my bottle. Okay, I have added that. Thank you, students. Okay. So for little, you can say, there is little water in my bottle. Right. Okay. There is little water in my bottle. Is it okay now? Yes. Okay. There is little water in my bottle. So this is how negative words are used. So all these sentences are negative sentences. Why? Because you are using negative words in these sentences. Okay. So with this we have completed the positive and negative words and examples for them. So I would like to give you a homework. Study the notes well first and then write down 10 examples for each type of sentence. Try this, okay? No need to send it or in the group or anything. Try this as a homework. If you are a sincere student, then you will definitely try this. Write down 10 examples for each type of sentence. 10 assertive, 10 interrogative, 10 imperative, 10 exclamatory. Then write down 20 negative sentences using negative words. 18 negative words are there, right? So you can write 20 examples. Okay, do it. Try it at home. Definitely this will find a good change in you. You will find the result. Okay. Sir, they have left the meet actually. So can we wind up the session?
Yes, Anapur, yeah, carry on.
Okay, sir. Okay, they have left.
They would have left because they have that work pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
Order may be more. So
Yes.
like that.
Okay.
That's the reason we wanted. Okay.